song, can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Head hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to play like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Yo, this Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Yo, man, it's a full rebuild. Y'all see what it is. Hold on, let me slow it down. Shout to the Nets fans. We the best fans. Again, Sean Marks with the smart start. He got a new assistant GM, and he ain't get no just anybody. He got Jeff Peterson, right hand man. All of that scouting that Jeff Peterson was doing, he was doing it with him. His name is B.J. Johnson. Probably the more pause-worthy names I ever had to say, respectfully. And that's Jeff Peterson right here, man. You know what I mean? I don't have the statistics right in front of me, but from what I read in the article, that was his right-hand man. That's a fact. So, you know, I just figure with that experience, him hiring in-house, not going elsewhere to hire, you know what I'm saying? Not going elsewhere, that's a good look. That's how I feel. Word. I feel like they going in the right direction. This is how you build the base of a team. This is how you do it from start. You gotta start. The core is like the soil is royal. This Kings County, the soil is royal. You making all of the right moves for a real rebuild. This feels like a real rebuild. Everybody said that Sean Marks should have the pressure of picking who should be in the draft pick because the credit goes to Jeff Peterson. He made the assistant general manager, Jeff Peterson, right-hand man, pots and pans. Word, facts, all facts. So you know, that's how I feel. So yeah, man, I'm about to throw the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to talk how y'all feel, let me know, man. But I know that a lot of the legwork went to him because he's sending him out. Jeff Peterson ain't going everywhere. Jeff Peterson not the boss. Sean Marks the boss, but Jeff Peterson was his boss. It's like, you know, how it is as far as jobs are in that field of work. You know, you could get promoted, you could get demoted. You feel what I'm saying? So it be like that. Yo, Leaf, before we get to the breaking news, just let's get a quick commercial. I know you say you ain't staying long.
Yeah, youtube.com/@Lee4788. Then I expect you to get on this early, man. I'm just rolling around. I'm just trying to find this parking spot so I can roll and work. Yeah, so the joint yesterday, so some popped up on my joint. Nets Kingdom had posted breaking news. Jimmy Butler wants to come here 2025, and we talked about that a couple of nights ago. But like I had to go a little bit deeper into the story because knowing how Pat Riley get down and knowing the mistake that he made like 10 years ago with Wade and Bosh after LeBron left. This shit, I don't even know, bro. Like I don't know why Jimmy would want to come here anything other than money. Be honest with you, bro. Like, cause it seemed like he's looking for a check. So that's just something to look out for, bro. Like that's all I wanted to say when I came up here, bro. Like for real. But we probably gonna get into it a little bit more later. But let me find this parking spot. I'm gonna just roll into work. Yeah, we probably gonna chit chat it up later though.
All right, shout to Leaf, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, again, man, thanks for pulling up, you know what I mean? Shout to my guy, Damon in the chat. Hold on one second. So yeah, I think that his right hand man is the best one with the plan, man. This God's plan, you know what I'm saying? This feel like a rebuild, bro. Word, this feel like a rebuild. Word. Hold on. Oh, all right. Shout out to John. Oh,
Hey,
yo, what up,
Breezy.
John?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, yo, that private chat work. I didn't even know that you was in the studio. So yeah, anytime you're in the studio, oh shit. All right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
what up,
know.
John?
Yeah, I don't know why the private chat doesn't work for me, man. I try to write something in and then it just keeps refreshing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a glitch or something. It's all
Nah, you
good.
good. You good. But yeah, listen, man. I think. Well, I say what I think. You know what I mean? How you feel about what happened with the Brooklyn Nets and we getting a new assistant GM?
I think this is important for Sean Marks. I think we're in a completely new era. You need to establish a structure, a hierarchy. Who's in charge of what? This BJ Johnson guy, he seems to have a lot of experience with Brooklyn. He was on Team USA. He seems to have a bit of a background. I mean, this is the first real assistant job from those. So, like, he's going into deep waters right now, being a main part of our scouting. So it's gonna be interesting to see what role he plays and who we eventually go after by next year. And since we have all these new scouts, I hope we get a sense of who we're looking at because if we get all these different scouts, ones from Denver stuff, that means you're going to aim high for somebody. So I hope by middle end of next year, before we get to the draft combine, we have an understanding of who we hope to aim for, whether that's an Asa Cooper, man. I hope we get some little tidbits here and there. But it's good. It's good for the rebuild, like you.
Yeah, I'm with you,
Now,
John.
now we just have to figure out
Uh,
which players are going to be a part of it. That's the thing.
Nah. Again, I think it's interesting that he was on Team USA. Any coach can't just be there. Ain't he assistant coach? Like, how you even there? You got to be doing some
Right,
type of good. You know what I mean? I think he gets a lot of credit from what I read about getting Nick Claxton. You know, it's like props.
right.
You get respect. These are the guys that's actually putting in the work. Sean Marks was getting the credit for what Jeff Peterson was doing. That's how Jeff Peterson was able to get the job with the Charlotte Hornets because they know what that title holds far as duties when it comes to that position. They know what the assistant general manager does and how he could get promoted to a GM. Right. So again, a
Mhm.
lot of people said it. And again, I did defend the fact that he would have help. Sean Marks, would have help in a situation where Jordy Fernandez, him having international coach experience, being getting help in the draft. But we haven't heard anything until now about the assistant general manager position being filled, which is important because if not, that means the responsibility will lie more on Sean Marks and Jordy Fernandez, and that's not their job. You have to actually go to these games with, again, the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is this: these assistant general managers and the team, you're right, BJ Johnson was his right hand man. They the ones who specifically go into the game scouting the talent. they're gonna be going to a lot of the Rucker games because it's right in the Brooklyn backyard.
Right.
So I'm saying that to say that's why we're gonna do heavy scout. I wouldn't be surprised if their job was to not miss one game. They are
Ooh.
gonna go to every Rucker game, and we're scouting them the most with our draft pick. I think that's the plan, in my opinion. So I'm saying that to say, yeah, him hiring that assistant GM, I think it's impressive. I think because it's Jeff Peterson's right hand man. Stayed in house. They didn't have to go far. We stayed in house, and I think that's the most important part. We building with the pieces that we have because we always have an eye for talent, whether it's the players or the coach or the front office. It's just about keeping the pieces we got. Stop giving our pieces away. Protect our pieces, players, people. And if they get promoted, God, you know what I'm saying? God bless them. I understand that. You feel what I mean? But you don't want to see Jeff Peterson go, but you understand. You feel what I mean?
Right. I
But
would even say this. Sean Mark's job will still have to be figured out by next year because he's still competing for his new contract next year. He still has a lot of rebuilding to do with the vets. And another thing is this. Do these new guys they hear, are they on the impression that Sean is staying, or is this Sean trying to finalize everything from roster to draft picks to cap space to the structure of the coaching staff and or an organization before he potentially goes? Because here's the thing. Maybe Sean Marks gets promoted next summer and the Nets go after a new GM to be in charge of this. Like, there's so many things that could happen from now to then. And if this is Sean Marks' way of, I want to get everything set up, so if something happens to me, at least I know this organization has a structure and I didn't just screw this organization up with the big three failure and that's it. Like, I would respect Sean Marks more if this is what his goal is right now, trying to get everything set up in the case that he gets promoted or he isn't the GM next year. I think that's another thing we should all think about because next year's draft is the most important draft of Brooklyn's future. And we need to make sure whoever is in charge at this moment knows what moves to make because that's going to set us up for the next few years. So I hope the right moves are made at that point, man. I really do.
so hold on real quick. All right, yo, pardon.
No,
Um,
it's good, please.
yeah, nah, what was you saying again? What was you saying?
I don't know. I was just saying that that Mark's job still has to be figured out next year, but he's competing for a contract. So if this is his way of setting everything up, just in the case that he gets a promotion or the Nets might find somebody new, it's good on his part to make sure everything is set up this way. At least you know who's going to be part of your structure for the next few years when the Nets start.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, that's why I feel like that's why we scouting them. I really feel like that's what they gotta do. That's their job for real. They're gonna go to every Rucker game. They're gonna see Dylan Harper, Ace Belly. We're gonna know if Ace Belly has a star potential to be the guy, to be somebody that's gonna get us to the next level. If he could be a number one scorer, because that's what we need in the starting lineup. We need somebody else that's gonna be able to shot create better than Cam Thomas. Everybody wanna say, oh, this and that about BKNY hoops. Tell them I said it. And any other body that's saying, oh, Cam Thomas can't be the number one, they're going to be looking for Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey specifically to be the number one over Cam Thomas. So the question is, which one of those players are going to be that? So that being said, even if it is that, it's still going to be a close duo. That duo is going to be nice. That's going to be a nice duo. So I'm saying that to say, it's gonna be incredible. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Sidebar. My son think Minnesota Timberwolves gonna be the best team next year. We'll see.
Hey, listen, your son ain't wrong, man. I had them winning this year, man, potentially. If they can have a repeat of what they did last year in the playoffs, they're going to be a really tough out, man.
We'll see, man. We're gonna see, because my thing is this, right? This is not the same thing as a Minnesota team. So let's contrast the Brooklyn Nets team to a Minnesota team. Now, is Ant-Man better than Cam Thomas? Yes, we're not doing that, right?
Right.
Case in point is Claxton is not Rudy Gobert, but there's things that I'll take a lot of the things that Claxton brings to the team. I'm not trading, especially with the contract and all of that. I'm keeping Claxton over Rudy Gobert, right? We know
Right.
have no cat. That's basically what it is. And Cam Thomas can score like Ant-Man. He cannot defend like Ant-Man, right?
Right.
Leadership wise, we gotta give that to Ant-Man over Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, we will see that, I would say, coming this season. I don't think we'll see that before then. You know what I mean? So, I'm saying all that to say, when you contrast the Brooklyn Nets to Minnesota, there are things that, and I was only to say more than my conversation. I was doing that only to say that we don't have a quote unquote superstar from Cam Thomas to Ant-Man, right? But we do have some things like defenders like a Claxton and Gobert. Not to say that Clax is the same defender as Gobert, but again, I'm not trading Clax for Gobert. But I'm saying that to say, all that to say that their draft pick and Rob Dillingham, he was supposed to take them to the next level. I mean, they went to the conference finals. They think that Rob Dillingham could help them win. He's going to start, to me. I think he
Ooh.
starts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think Rob Dillingham starts, and if he don't, well, he will start. Like, maybe he don't start the season starting, but he will start sometime in the season. You know what I mean? No, and I'm
Yeah.
not even saying because of injury, but why play a vet so many minutes? It's an 82 game season. If you don't have to make Conley start for 82 games, that's smart. That's not him taking his spot. That's preserving your veteran. You know what I'm saying?
I would also say this too. I'm not sure if Rob's going to start too many. Because here's the thing: Timberwolves are a very expensive team right now in the Western Conference. I mean, they have Towns, Edwards, Rudy making a whole lot of money with Nas and these other guys. Like, they have to win now, because if they don't win this year, because they're now in Karl Anthony Towns' extension contract year, and he's making $50 million a year. So if they don't win this year and make a huge dent towards that championship, I think they have to start asking themselves, can we really sustain this team? Because the thing about being a new CBA is, if you're over the second apron and your team is nowhere close to where it should be, you have to start making those decisions. Like, I think Towns could potentially be on his way out in a year or two if the Timberwolves don't win now. So it'd be surprised me to see Rob Dillingham get main minutes, but I definitely could see him get some minutes during the season for sure.
Yeah, that's my thing. I feel like he's going to be the third option behind Ant-Man, Cat, or Cat and Ant-Man and Rob. Then he's the third option. He's a shot creator from what I've seen in the summer league. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he's a shot creator. You know what I'm saying?
We also got to shout out Nas Reed, man, for what he did last year as a six-man big. Like, he did so many different roles as a backup. Like, that team, you needed Nas Reed, man. That guy is going to be such a force in a few years, and he could potentially be a free agent in a few years for a team like Brooklyn and maybe throw a bag at. Like, you add him to this team, we get so dynamic with whoever we add from the draft, man. I would definitely look at Nas as a potential option down the line for us. He's a good player.
Yeah, but see, I'm saying that to say, for him to be the third, Rob Dillingham to be the third option when he come in as a rookie, that's pretty important for a rookie.
Right.
Y'all want a rookie to come in and be the one option over Cam Thomas, and y'all say that with your chest. And I'm like, bro, these teams that players come and do that, they didn't have a Cam Thomas in front of them when they got to the team. So what we talking about?
No,
You feel what I'm saying?
No, listen, you're right. And I would say this. There's going to be growing pains with a Cooper, Ace, or Harp, or Edgecombe on this team. They're not going to quickly start making music off the bat. But I think the important thing that's going to matter with whoever comes here is chemistry. Like, these guys got to not be like, I'm the alpha, you're an alpha, we compete against each other. It's like, how can we utilize each other's skill sets to get ourselves to the next level? That's what Brooklyn culture should be about. So if we get Asa Cooper, it shouldn't be, okay, Asa Cooper are going to do all the work, Thomas going to get his 20, and that's it. No, it's how can both these guys lead this team to eventually get into where they want to go, whether that's Thomas in the starting lineup, off the bench, or that's Cooper playing a secondary role. Like, it can't be I'm the only guy doing everything on the team. That can't be what our future's about. It's going to be how can we help each other get to that next level with whoever the core is. I think that's what it should be about as well. Not just one guy's going to do everything, because where's that guy in Brooklyn, man? With one guy doing everything. When KD was here, he was doing a lot of the heavy lifting when James and Kyrie were either not playing or dealing with their own personal crap. He was playing every damn game he could play, and he got hurt.
Yeah, now
And then we sucked. Like, that can't be our future, man, with whoever we got.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just take care of this Nick fan. You know what I'm saying, yo, hold on, King Rippy on him, man. You gotta chill, bro. Cam is nice. You're not gonna have no slander on this page about players if you're not even talking facts. Cam is one of the best scorers in New York City. Cam might be the second best scorer in New York City. In front of, there's probably Jalen Brunson and then Cam Thomas in that order. When it come down to scoring in New York City, it's Jalen Brunson and Cam Thomas. Stop coming on my page capping. Now, I didn't want to say that about Jalen Brunson, but you came here and I just kept it real with you. But at the end of the day, don't talk like you a bum if you the second best scorer in the city. That's ridiculous. Ain't you? Then name a player. Don't say no. He not. Name a player. You ain't name a player. Then name a player in this city that scored better than Cam Thomas. Besides Jalen Brunson, I thought so.
Yeah.
This is so again, man. Don't interrupt me in a net fan conversation for that. Know what I mean? Facts. So again, man, I think this is a full rebuild. I think we in a situation where we should expect things like Cam Thomas being the second best scorer in the city, scoring whatever Jalen Brunson scoring, Cam Thomas could score this season. And we'll see what happens because Jalen Brunson got Mikal Bridges, but he don't got Isaiah Hartenstein.
Right.
I'm just saying who you like. I seen Isaiah Hartenstein, and again, Jalen Brunson's gonna score without Isaiah Hartenstein, but that chemistry, but that 1-2 is they think that Mikal Bridges and OG is together is better because they try is better than Isaiah Hartenstein on their team. That's on them, bro. They bet on wings instead of a big man. You're gonna need a big man bench. You got a guy like Mitchell Robinson. He not giving you 82 games. Mikal Bridges is giving you 82 games. That's it. Y'all not getting no 82 games out your big man. And not having Isaiah Hartenstein is in my opinion, as a Nets fan, that's a problem. Y'all wings is not gonna save y'all for them offensive rebounds. When that Isaiah Hartenstein caught that offensive rebound in the playoffs, it wasn't no fucking wing that did that. That was a center. You trade him? All right, whatever.
No,
I don't even care, man. I don't even care, man. That's y'all problems.
No, you know what it is, Breezy? This is a good little segue thing because there is some pressure from some fans saying that the Nets, we eventually need to make these big moves to compete with the Knicks. It's like, why do we got to compete with the Knicks right now? The Knicks put all their chips in on the Mikal Bridges, Villanova friendship package. That's their future right now. We are focused on building our team from top to bottom. We have the cap space. We have the draft picks. The Nets aren't in no luxury crap hold right now where so many other teams are. So the Nets are in a great position right now because a lot of teams are going to be feeling the financial burdens very soon, especially a team like the Knicks if they don't win in the next 2 years, especially when Mikal's contract's coming up. Like, the Knicks are going to be facing it much sooner than people think. Like, ride the high now, but the Nets, we are still making moves. Heck, we could trade Johnson Ado to an Eastern Conference team right now just to make the Knicks' lives a lot harder in the playoffs. Like, the Nets have ways to make our team better without having to be fearful of staying relevant with a team like the Knicks. Let the Knicks do their thing. We're doing our thing, and I think our future is going to look way brighter down the line. We don't need to screw ourselves over right now just because they look like the better team on paper.
No, I ain't saying that. But I'm saying I don't care if a Nick fan come in my chat talking spicy. I'm gonna let him have it. I'm not even gonna put you on time. I'm gonna just cook you for being there. I should make you apologize or delete your next comment. You know what I'm saying? Word. Shout out to PT though, man. Stop playing with us, Nick fans.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you look at your boys Vorp, his on off, he was important to the Knicks. Losing that size and becoming a small ball team, basically. I mean, I guess Mitchell Robinson makes them big, but he's going to get hurt. Once they go to Sims, it's gonna look completely different. Completely different. They don't understand how Isaiah Hartenstein gave them an advantage. He was physical. He used to bust our ass. He was a net killer, and we didn't match up well with him. But he's gone now.
Yeah.
that magician Presti, that nigga, yo, he was able to add the perfect player next to what's his name, Chet.
Right.
Chet don't have the physicality, you know what I mean? But he's a game, defender. He's a weak side shot blocker. But now he's being teamed with a dude that is all bull in a china shop, that is all elbows and foul play. That's exactly what Hartenstein was, and he's important. He should have been a net. That's a legit Sean Marks fumble. He should have been a net. He came to New York. He was waiting on the call. The shit was on the 1 yard line. And Sean Marks changed his mind, like the bitch that he is. Anyway, still, I don't believe in that Knicks shit, Breezy. Not at all.
No, I kind of just wanted to hear you talk about the fact that this is one of the more pause-worthy names I ever had to say. B.J. Johnson. What I read, he's in a nutshell, Jeff Peterson's right hand man. In the job of these, basically that's who he is to me. And he didn't just get this job. They stayed in house. This is you see the title. I think this is a small move by Sean Marks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he went wrong by trying to stay in house. He didn't go out where it's out. He gave a guy a promotion. And again, their job, putting emphasis on what I was saying, their job is to go to every Rucker game, bro. They either going to see if Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey is best for this team.
Yo, they gotta order the ACC like I did. I ordered the ACC to watch Duke. Rutgers, you could order by themselves. You could just order a Rutgers package, and I got that. I already had Baylor. I'm gonna be watching BJ Edgecombe go off this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be able to make it through this garbage ass Nets year. But on BJ though, like pause. He basically, the message that I'm getting from that is it's on you, Sean Marks. You're not getting no help from outside. You're not getting new ideas from somewhere else. I've hired all the people for you. Your team got 9 coaches, one of the highest in the league. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You got to make this happen. You told me you could do it. Show me. That's me talking to him and Josiah talking to him. He's got to make it happen. And it is a good move for continuity's sake. You always want continuity within your business, unless the ideas are getting stale. If the ideas are getting stale, you got to bring people in from the outside to fix things. But it looks like he's reshuffling the performance team, which we all know the performance team is garbage. Everybody gets injured on the Nets. Nobody gets back early. Everybody stays out longer. We never know how long somebody's going to be out. The performance team has been garbage. But
I can't agree with you, man. Cam Thomas, he came back when look, you can't rush these players back, bro.
I,
Hold on. I gotta defend basketball injuries, bro, because these shits is not easy to bounce
I,
back
I,
from time, bro.
I'm not talking about the injuries. I'm just talking about the, basically getting the Nets in shape to not be injured. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't been impressed with them at all.
So
Uh,
hold on, let me ask you this. My thing is this, right? To prevent injuries, I do think players should have rest days, specifically that number between 65 and 82, 17. So you got 16 or 17 rest days. Respectfully, if there's a situation where these players don't get injured, I'm talking about for most part all players in the league, because you know how to utilize your rest days. You know if you you understand what I'm saying? Your rest days are for the days that you feel strained. Like, yo, I don't have an injury, but if I play in this game, I'm gonna be risking an injury. All players know if you're a real hooper, that you certain games you shouldn't play because you might tweak something. Like, damn, I ain't even fully healthy, but I'm starving to play. You know that type shit. So I'm saying that to say that's real. You got to use those 16 days. Like, this is AKA I'm gonna prevent an injury day. Take a rest day and be honest with no real shit. Be honest with the fans. Like, yo,
no,
I'm
but Breezy,
halfway.
let me
I
ask you
know
a
you.
question. Let me ask you a question, and which will make you see where I'm coming from with this performance team thing. Have you ever felt like you watched the Nets and they were the best? They were the most in shape team. Hasn't it kind of felt like the past few years, especially in fourth quarters, we just fall apart? Like dudes are just not in shape.
It depends who it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be long winded. We got Iceman on the panel with us. I'll let Iceman answer that question.
All right.
Iceman, how you feel? First off, let's get a quick commercial. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, can you let us know how you feel about the Nets and their injury history? I mean, basically.
All right, you know where to
Yeah.
find me at Iceman and Dawn on Twitter and the Tip Ball from Brooklyn Nets podcast on YouTube. You know what I mean? Y'all can holler at me. But PT, what's the question? What was the question, bro?
I said I made a statement. I said that the hiring of BJ Johnson was a good little continuity hire, but it also puts everything firmly in the lap of Sean Marks to produce. And not only did BJ get a promotion, um, the performance team is getting reshuffled, and some they finding new leadership, and some of the people are getting pushed out. Um, which and I made the statement that the performance team deserved to go because it never felt like the Nets were the most in shape team, or like fourth quarters like they had an advantage at all in the past few years. It always seems like other teams were in better shape than us in fourth quarters, and and that's why I feel like the performance team needed to go, and hopefully they got better people than what they had, because on any level I wasn't impressed by them.
All right. So Breezy, would you how you word the question?
He just wanted you to see what your thoughts was on that.
Oh, well, it's on players, right? Certain players have a certain tendency to get hurt, right? But the way Marks and the team look at it, like if you have like somebody that's happen to be like KD that gets injured and they rehab here and they end up being, you know what I'm saying, after the rehab, you end up being a good player, you're not getting hurt as much anymore. That's a good look on the company. So I think that's how they was looking at it, and how they still look at it like that, because they, Derek Whitehead, you know what I'm saying, injured in college, and we'll take him. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a chance on them because they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you rehab with the best, that's like a staple for them. If I'm a top player at any time and I get hurt and everybody's iffy on me, Brooklyn Nets will give me that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to rehab and try to get my career back. So I think that's the outlook they have on injured players. But I think they take too many. You know what I mean? I think they just take too many injured players and think they can rehab everybody. So I've been in rehab right now for my back, and what the lady told me was like, bro, like there's some people that we just can't help. You know what I mean? Like some people we can't get back to 100. You know what I mean? And I think they don't understand that. They keep taking chance. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's hurt, like, bro, we could get this dude and we possibly can get him back to 100 like every time. And what they said at therapy was they can try, but, you know, everybody's body is different. Everybody operates different. Everybody heals different. So it takes a certain amount of time for certain people to heal a certain way. And you never know, you know what I'm saying, what that player's body, how that player body is going to heal. So, you know what I mean? I think that's the outlook they just have. Like, if we grab one of these dudes like Derek and he heals and he has a long career, that's a hell of an outlook for the Nets. And that's the way I see it.
Yo, shout out to Ice, man. I appreciate that. He was cooking. That being said, again, man, you gotta realize these players sometimes play through injury, and sometimes they re-aggravate injuries and make it worse. And I don't want to see them do that. I want to have a strong enough bench where, or I want to have a coaching. I want Jordi Fernandez to be such a successful coach where his coaching style kind of works with any player because it's a culture. You know what I'm saying? So, do y'all think that Jordi Fernandez could have that effect on the locker room? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes. I'm gonna say that Jordi Fernandez is a coach, or from what I hear through report and everything that I read in the interviews that I've seen. He seemed real steadfast. I heard comments from Derek Whitehead saying he's stern. You know, he's going to give it to you straight. He's going, you know what I mean? Not going to beat around the bush. He's going to say, all right, this is what you need to work on. This is why you get in minutes. This is why you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, again, you need that with young players where they understand, you feel what I'm saying? I like what's going on. And again, I like the fact that PT did acknowledge the injuries, because I think that's another thing I wanted to ask Iceman. Because you know what I mean, I was watching for basketball for a long time, and I think that is the difference between some of these younger players and some of the older generation. When you look at players like Jordan and Stockton, they play 82 games a season. Even Jason Kidd, they was playing 79 games. That's what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with y'all, man. But hopefully we do have I think, again, that's my question to you, Iceman. Can you just speak to the difference from the superstars from our old to now, and how, you know what I mean, seeing them play as a regular thing, or as a fan, is it disappointing for you, or you just expect the team to win, whether the star player is playing or not? Like, how you feel, Iceman?
Well, I say back then, I think even when I was hooping, I think the reason why they get hurt now is because most of the dudes don't hoop as much as they should. Like, we used to hoop every day. I felt like I played 82 games in the summer. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm outside 8 o'clock in the morning. We run until 10 o'clock at night. So, you know what I mean? Like, we get it in. So I feel like they don't hoop like they should to prepare their bodies for that. Like, I heard another NBA player talk about they getting massages and all this stuff. Like, when we was hooping, whatever bumps and bruises we got, we just took those bumps and bruises and, you know what I'm saying, we outside. You know what I mean? If it was like you're saying, if it was like that bad, then bro, I can't hoop today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I could hoop, I would hoop, but I can't.
So hold on, let's have this conversation. I want to go to PT then John. Shout out to Iceman, because y'all cooking. What about the difference between social media? What is the impact of social media and them not playing because they have the lifestyle that basketball provides? You feel what I mean? The passion is gone because they got the lifestyle. You know, these players, they coming from situations where they gotta win. You feel what I mean? And once they get the win in life, do they still have the passion to play basketball at a high level? How you feel about that, PT?
I mean, the thing with them is with the Nets is that they they play with passion. Like I don't know if I could ever say that they play like they go out there and act like suckers. I my personal opinion is just that they're just not talented enough, and we were trying to put a square peg in a round hole with Mikal Bridges. I'm glad we figured that out quick. I'm glad that we didn't keep experimenting with that and we moved forward quick. I think we're gonna get the benefit of that. But at the same time, I just think that's just the normal, dog eat dog world of NBA basketball.
Yeah, nah, all right. So appreciate you, PT. What about you, John? How you feel about social media and the impact of maybe back in the day? I don't know how old you are or nothing like that, but I'm just saying back in the day they did play more than 65 games on some regular the superstars. You know what I mean? Now they got that rule like, yo, we need y'all to play 65 games. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel like social media impacts the newer era of basketball
Oh, I
opposed to when they didn't have social media?
Well, I mean, I think social media just changes the whole foundation of the world than what it used to be back in the day without social media. Basketball, like you said, was more gritty, hard, physical style play. Guys just got back up. You didn't have no real injury stuff going on. It was either are you available, you're not available. That's kind of how it was. Now we have all these injury list stuff and whatnot. And you talk about social media, it's like you look at a guy like, I don't want to bring him up again, but Ben Simmons, look how he's used social media every year. It's I'm getting back in the gym, I'm rehabbing, I look good, I got a new tattoo. I'm doing this and that. But then when he comes on the court, it's a whole different story. So it's like even players with injury situations use social media to like give them a boost because what they're not producing on the court, they need to find some way to generate buzz and whatnot. And like
John,
Eskimo said,
what you said just told me? It told me that it depends on the player because there's plenty of players that's been injured like Ben Simmons and have missed just as many games or more, and they're young like him. And some people like those players more. Some people feel more of a connection to those players and gives them a little bit more grace. If anything, the social media thing shows me that people pick and choose who they're gonna have get grace. Like for instance, John, I always hear you say that Ben Simmons been out for 5 years. That's not true. That's crazy math. He's only been in the league 8 years.
I'm talking about Ben Simmons, the player's been out for 5 years. Because let me be real with you on this.
The last time,
Coach
3 years ago,
to
he was
say,
the second runner-up for DPOY.
yeah, but that's when Ben Simmons actually played basketball. But for a coach like Vaughn last year to say, I don't need Ben Simmons to shoot the ball, I've seen him do all these other stuff. It's like you're telling a former first-round draft pick he doesn't have to actually play basketball. And for other people to say that Ben Simmons is still learning how to play basketball, that's where it gets kind of crazy, man.
Don't put that on me. Listen,
no,
Ben
not putting it on
Simmons,
you. No, Potter, I'm putting it on you, man. But it's like that's when the excuses start getting out of hand. When you're saying a guy is still learning how to play basketball.
I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just
No, I know you're
recognizing
not.
that a back injury is a tremendous injury, and even like I was listening to y'all the other day, and I couldn't join, but I listened to the entire show, and I can't remember who said it, but someone was like, someone was like Ben didn't do anything when we played them in the playoffs. Ben scored 34 and 30 on the Nets back to back and mushed Jared Dudley. Like I don't think people remember shit. Like I think people put their bias on it. But for me, Ben is done, man. Ben his body can't do it. That's just what it is. It's like it's a sad story. But it's not personal. When he was good.
Right. No, listen, you're right. And it is an unfortunate story. Like, I wish Ben was playing high quality basketball and we wouldn't have to be talking about any of this. But, like, even Eskimo said, like, sometimes when you try to rehab an injury and you don't see the results after a few years, you just realize maybe that guy's just not meant to come back for it. And my thing is this. If Ben Simmons is looking good again now, but we kind of know where this is all going, why are we going to try to play him this season and risk other young guys not getting minutes? Because there are young guys on this team
He's
that want
not
to
in
get
the.
minutes, that want to
We
play.
don't have any point guards.
Right,
There's no
right.
reason. There's no reason to like. Only thing Ben Simmons does when he's out there is make Cam Thomas more efficient. If like that's all that he does. Like him and Cam Thomas have the highest offensive plus minus on the team. Like even though it was a small sample size, but it makes sense. It's you put your peanut butter in my chocolate. I put your chocolate in my peanut butter. Like the two of them really fit. One wants to shoot
Hold on,
every
let
time,
me just pause that for
and the
my
other.
page. For all the listeners that wasn't ready for PT to say what he just said, I just want to just give a exclusive disclaimer real quick. You know what I mean? Shout to all the things out there. You know what I mean?
Hey, that was a horrible commercial that I brought back up, but yeah, but nah, man, like the two of them really work well together, and it's a year they all trying to make their money. Simmons is not going to be a net next year. He's playing for his basketball future. It don't have nothing to do with us. It don't mean anything. But I'm not gonna lie on him either. Like he's a 3-time All-Star for real. By the time he was 25, like that's not a regular player. That's a really good player. He just got hurt and he's not good anymore. He's finished. Simple as that.
Yeah, but see, some of that could be playing. That's my point. Some of that could be playing through injury. Some of that could be, let me defend. Oh, this is a national game. Some of that could be that.
Coming back too early.
Breezy,
Yeah.
that was that. That for him, that was that because he said when
PT,
he
you
felt,
good, PT. Hold on, you good, PT. Maria Signal said you good. She said that was a good analogy. But she would say that, I guess. I mean, shout out to her.
All right, Maria, you know what it is. You know what it is.
You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying? I didn't
opposites
know.
go
Listen.
together.
All right, listen. I'm gonna say this. I didn't know we had women listeners. If a woman is listening, shout out to all the women that's in the chat. Now that we know that's happening, then now it's good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to cut you off, Iceman. Shout out to Maria Signal though. Go ahead, Iceman.
yeah, shout out to Maria. But
For
Ben, that was because he talked about it and said when he fell in the Bucks game, right? He felt he felt different. Then he said he tried to push through it for a long time, and he kept trying to rehab before he got it like really taken care of. He kept trying to push it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where like you're saying now, like the team needs me. If I don't play, I got fans that's going to kill me. If I do play and I don't play good, fans is going to kill me. You know what I'm saying? So he's took it like I'm going to be on the court regardless. And to your point, like you do that to yourself and you put yourself in a bad position because you try and push for the team. So there is no win-win with players when, you know what I'm saying, like that, I'm dead ass hurt. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, nah, this nigga soft, he don't want to play type shit. You know what I mean? And then you end up like, oh, he needs surgery. You're like, oh, now he's faking the surgery, bro. Like, come on. You know what I mean? But you kind of
to add to that, Iceman, I think they can't submit to fans' pressure and the pressure they might get from whoever. They gotta know what's best for them. You know what I mean? For the longevity of it, because it's a love me and hate me type of thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, you hate me because I was injured. That's bullshit. But you hate me because I was injured. Ben Simmons is a different thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying that to say I don't like how even he got to the team because he ain't really played when he got to the team. You know what I mean? And we could do that for KD, but not Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? But I'm just word. But that being said, I hope he's healthy. But I don't think I never put him in a conversation with the Brooklyn Nets for the most part because I just think that it's about him. For me, it's about him coming off of the books. Let him get his money. Let him get his money. I ain't knocking that. Get your money, bro. Do what you do, bro. Just
Well, we're not giving it to you.
But right. But when he come off the books, I think that contract go to Cam Thomas. Not necessarily $40 million, but there's gonna be room on the books for him. So,
all right, he'll get a chunk of that cheddar.
Yeah, nah, he's not. Cam can't get more than I forgot the exact number, but he's not in the 40s.
Yeah, he'll be around the 20-25 million. I think. I think that's the fair number for him. 20-25 mil. I think that's
Yeah,
where they're trying to find a good number.
he's gonna get the max that he can get. Nobody's gonna be taking up money for a while, so might as well reach the floor with somebody.
Right. It's too. Listen.
They're
It's
going
too.
to trade Cam Johnson.
Yeah. It's too early to say.
He's
It's too
out of
early. Right. It's too early to say. But I think the Nets really going to scout who's the best player for Cam Thomas to play with. Dylan or Ace Bailey. That is going to be the conversation. Jay is good. Just come on.
No, I don't think that's the conversation. I think best talent available, superstar talent, no matter what, and we figure it out after.
Right.
So
That's
you
what they're gonna do.
okay? But
Plus,
don't you
get
think
Garrett
that
Cooper
it's
at
fair to
home.
say? Don't you think it's fair to say that hold on. I got it. Don't you think it's fair to say that we're gonna see more of Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey than Cooper because of the talent around Cooper and just the focal point of what Cooper's supposed to be. Is Cooper gonna be the number one option?
Let me tell you, he better be. If he's not, then he shouldn't be the number one overall pick.
I agree with Hawthorne on that.
The number one overall pick in this draft has to be choice 1 and choice 1A at the same time. He has to be the guy. These other guys are possibles. They could be good. He's supposed to be like, the one, the chosen one. And if he's like playing second fiddle to anybody on a college team, nah, it reminds me of the Fab Five. The most talented one was Chris Webber, and it showed. Chris Webber was everything for that Michigan team. And they had real NBA players on the team. And Chris Webber was clearly like number one overall type talent. And that showed. So it's gotta show for Cooper. It's like I don't see how anyone could argue that one.
Yeah, because most of their team is one and done. I think one or maybe two. I think in a starting lineup, it might be one guy that's played 2 years point guard. But
They have
other
two
than that,
seniors.
2 seniors in that starting lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
can't remember the names of them, but they got 2 seniors and one of them is supposed to be like all ACC type of dude. Like,
yeah.
but
So
just to know, this is how you know that doesn't mean anything. And I'm not dissing Jalen Wilson, but Jalen Wilson was the player of the year for his conference, and he won the Final Four. So he won an NCAA championship. So, like, that dude, is a good player, is a winner, is the type of player you need on your team to win. But he's not what Cooper Flagg is supposed to be. And if he's not that guy, there's gonna be college guys that's gonna start over him, or that's gonna take like Common. He, Maluak, or I don't know how to pronounce his
I
name.
call Common Maluk.
Maui
That's not how to
Watch,
pronounce it. There's an ACH in there.
Yeah, Maluach. Maluach.
Maluach.
All right, I'll take that one. I'll accept that. That's acceptable. But he might come out and just be ridiculous. He just learned how to play basketball, and he did what he did in the Olympics. You know what I mean? And for South Sudan, like, he started for them. He didn't dominate, but he started for them, and he hit shots. He hit threes. Like, he's a 17-year-old 7-footer. So he might show up. I don't think so, because his game is, he's gonna get drafted, but he's gonna get drafted all on potential, because it's gonna take a while to get that fully. But I still think he's the blue chipper. That's how deep this draft is. This draft,
because three of the starting 5 is coming to the league. And I don't know if Isaiah Evans, because he's on the bench, but he is another prospect too, 5-star prospect, and he's on the bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he could be coming out. I don't know if he is though, but he could be coming out one and done too. Depends on how he does. So Duke has a loaded. They have a loaded roster.
Yeah, they could kind of cancel each other out. A similar thing happened with at Duke with who was it? It was R.J. Barrett, Zion, and Cam Reddish, right? And Cam Reddish was a bum, but we all made that excuse for him. He had a lot of firepower on his team. You know what I mean? It's a Duke team. They had to spread it around. But it was true. Cam Reddish is not that good. We should have known that by how, he wasn't a major contributor. Sometimes he would just out of nowhere just have a game, but he didn't look better than the other two. And you like his tangibles, you like his height, his wingspan, his shooting form is nice, but he wasn't any good, and he wasn't any good in the league either. So, yeah, you just gotta watch. You just gotta watch. The games is gonna tell you everything.
Right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Hold on. We heard from Iceman. We heard from John. Again, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy with the rebound. I said all I have to say, and I started this stream today just to say I'm happy with the direction. I like Jeff Peterson getting the right hand man. I like the fact that Ruckus is right there. I think we get one of those players. But you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? There's other bullshit in the league, like Curry saying that he might play with LeBron type shit.
Ooh.
Like, wow, what's happening with that? Like, I don't
That's
get it. I don't like that. I
nasty.
don't like how y'all can
Don't be
just.
surprised if it doesn't happen, because that
Because
could be
now it's
some interesting.
now it's a championship run, so y'all could be better than the other greats. So y'all could be in that Jordan conversation, Wilt and Bill Russell and type shit. Like that's why y'all trying to
They're
get
not
there.
gonna
Y'all
win nothing.
hold on. So hold on.
Them
This
old
is the
ass niggas ain't
conversation.
winning
Hold on.
nothing.
Hold on. This is the conversation. Does the superstars having all of this friendly shit going on take away from the competitive side of basketball?
It does and it doesn't, but that particular one, the Olympics is one thing. You're not winning an NBA championship with these geriatric dudes. Not going forward, like
Ooh.
especially if it's happening next year. Like LeBron I know he's LeBron, and I know he's gonna play for a few more years, but he's not gonna be LeBron. And Curry's gonna start to get watered down too, even though his skill, doesn't really get old. Old men can shoot at any time. It's just gonna affect other things because he ain't no spring chicken either. Like it doesn't. It's not gonna do anything to put those two together. It just sound nice. They just emotional because they got that gold medal together. They'll snap out of it.
That's interesting, Pod Throat. I also think it's this. I still think Curry has at least one more championship in him if he does somehow leave the Warriors. If he stays with the Warriors, that's his own prerogative. He wants to end his career with the team he started with. I'd respect him for that. But also Curry, it's like the team you got right now, it's fully young talent besides Draymond, and some of these guys want their bag. And the thing is, you just signed that extension, it could be $60 million. Like if the Warriors don't have a championship team by then and that money's going to you, you're just kind of playing your last years out. But Curry's still got a great scoring abilities. And like if he wants to go somewhere else and win a title, nobody should hate him for it. Because Curry is one of the best scorers of all time. So it's like if he does that, it's definitely going to shake up the NBA, give people a lot to talk about. But that's also a fun thing as well because the NBA is getting younger and these old guard guys are reaching the end of their legacies. So you wonder they have one more bullet left in the tank to do something crazy. We'll see.
Yeah,
How you feel about this, Ice Man?
I kind of agree with both of them because to me, it's just like when KD went to the Warriors. You as a player in the league, you're like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? You're like, come on, bro. Like, why y'all trying to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just stay over there. You stay over there. You know what I mean? Y'all got your own separate teams. Don't be trying no extra bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make it harder for everybody else. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, they running out of time. At the same time, they running out of time. Like, LeBron done won his, Curry done won his. All right, like, we got maybe like 2 years left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can I actually play with a guy that I want to play with? You know what I'm saying? And even though back then the shit, you know what I'm saying, you didn't want to get on teams until like the end of your career with another star. You know what I'm saying? You want to go against the best. And they already did that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? What would it be like if I played on LeBron's team? What would it be like if he played on my team? But the rest of the league don't want to see that shit. And I don't want to see that shit neither. You know what I mean? Like, y'all need to stop that shit.
Listen, I seen an interview where they. Yeah. I just want to say this. I seen an interview that they was saying that, and this is Jeff T. I seen an interview and it was Jeff T. And basically he was saying that players will take the max contract over NBA championship. But I think once you got the championship, you just want more championships. But they definitely trying to get paid big. I think I said all I had to say, PT, because I want to hear what you're going to say, is that I guess that's what the new CBA is for, to prevent that. Prevent Curry and LeBron being on the same team. Ain't that what it's for?
That one of them could make a sacrifice, but the both of them make a sacrifice. The question is where they're going to do it at. Where they're going to go that has the cap space to allow them to come to play together. Like Curry might be the first or second or third highest paid player in the league. He's getting 60 mil plus. I don't know how you put them two together and then put a team together.
Right, but that's in 2 years though. Pod Thorne's getting that extension.
Who's getting an extension?
No, the 60 million for Curry. No, I think that hits in 2 years. So hypothetically, Curry could go to LA with LeBron before that kicks in and try to do some LeBron. So it's like he has time to think about that at least, because that don't kick in. I think for 2 years. I think.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it in front of me. I think you're right.
Yeah.
But it's still like 2 years from now, like Curry 2 years from now is not going to be this. It's
right.
You know that he might be doing the team a favor. You know what I mean? Like basketball players never know their mortality. They always, old. Like the other day, Dwight Howard was on Gilbert Arenas talking about he still could help the Lakers win a championship. And he looked good. It's just that it's that fraction of a millisecond that makes you a special player. Without that, you regular. You one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like you need that. And when you lose it, it's over. We saw it with Darren Williams. Darren Williams, he lost just that little bit, and it was over.
Nah, I hear you. Hold on, but yeah, I'm fitting to close out. I came outside. It's nice as hell. Can't lie to you. But I'll be back with more content later today. Y'all know that. I want to say shout out to PT, Iceman, and John making it. You know what I mean? Panel lit. Y'all already know. Enjoy your day. It's really nice out here today. I'm about to play some basketball. I'll see y'all later.
Hit the hoops. Have fun, Breezy.
All right.